Welcome to Dacey's Divas. Hi, I'm your host, Dacey. Today we have a true diva out there making a difference in the fashion industry. She's an author, a writer, and she has just written another fabulous book. Please welcome Angela Cornacchio.
Hello, Miss Dacey.
Hello, and you look lovely as always.
Thank you very much. You do as well. Always with those earrings. I love them.
Ah, thank
They're
you.
so spiritual and
Yes, you know,
bold.
and they're festive.
Yeah, they're really bold. I love them.
And you had the big jewels on today. You're like Cleopatra.
Thank you. I do love this necklace. It's from an old pop-up shop that I went to forever ago. You know, some pieces just live on forever.
They do, and they do, and they have memory and a little vibrant to it.
Yeah.
So first, Angela, let's talk a little bit about who you are, and then we're going to talk about all the fabulous things you have done. Okay. So tell us a little bit about who you are.
Who am I? I am just a fashion writing, fun-loving football player, I guess. Yep. You know, I love being out and about and just living life. I've been an athlete as long as I've been writing, so it's just, you know, I just like being out. I love having... I guess I would like to say that, you know, the things that consume my day are social. So I don't technically have much of a social life.
Yeah, I know, because you're always out doing the fashion shows, the all the entertainment, the eating, everything. So first, let's talk a little bit about, you were a pro soccer player, but they call it football player in Italy. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so after college, I'd always known that I wanted to play professional soccer in Italy because I'm Italian. It's just something that was really important to me. So I went to Brescia, which is up north near Switzerland, where the Euro Cup is going on right now for the women. And glad you brought it up, Dacey. Italy just lost in extra time yesterday in the semifinal. So that's actually very interesting because that situation has hit me a bit different. I played with some of those girls that are representing the national team.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's just different because I mean, I watch, you know, the World Cup and, you know, AC Milan, the men's programs, and I watch all this stuff that, you know, like, I mean, when I saw David Beckham, I think I was elbowing little kids myself to like get in line for an autograph. But I had actually spent time with those women in a locker room and training and, you know, watching them from being young players. So the funny thing is what is great about how they've evolved is those girls weren't allowed to start playing till they were 14 years old because football just wasn't established yet.
Was that how old you were when you started?
I was 6 when I started, and I was 20-something when I was there.
And who got you involved in?
I remember I was in kindergarten, and my best friend just asked me one day, she's like, do you want to play a soccer team with me? I was like, okay.
Yeah, 6 years old.
Yeah, and I think she quit 2 seasons later, and I just kept doing it.
But then you got hurt, and then you
I did. I got
took your
hurt.
career a little different role.
And I came home. Well, it's not that I needed a surgery, so I had to come home for it.
Which is too bad.
Yeah, it was too bad. But when I got home, I just remember thinking, I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on my writing career. Like, I just really want to do that. And I was in the North End, and a woman by the name of Linda Riccio, she owns a couple of the restaurants down there. She walked me into the Boston Post-Gazette and introduced me to Pam, the editor, and Pam Donnarumma gave me a column, which I had, which are a good portion of the book, and from there it's just kind of manifested into its own Scene and Style magazine, and we just keep on going.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the book, but before we do, you wrote 2 other books, but what got you, number one, interested in writing? I know that your mom saved you had diaries, so let's tell that story. I love that story.
So my mom ventured on early when I was 5, and she would always send journals to me. It was just something, she would always send the best gifts. And journals were always in it, and I just had so many, and I do still have the very first, I mean, I think there's like pink unicorns on it from the one I had when I was 5, when I literally did start writing. And then I think when it just might have like manifested into a situation where I was like, well, wait a minute, maybe this is gonna work out somewhere. I remember I was 8, and at the girls' club at the time, the Boys and Girls Club, that's where I went after school, there was a contest to win horse riding lessons.
Wow.
And you could either draw a picture of a horse or you could write an essay.
Oh, I like that.
And I won because every other kid drew a horse.
Which I would have.
right? What 8-year-old's gonna choose to write an essay about a horse? So I was the only kid that wrote an essay.
Oh.
So they're like,
do you still have that?
I do, actually. That's the random part.
You didn't bring that in.
Oh, geez, Dacey. I think that's like chicken scratch.
So that's a great story.
Yeah.
So then now you got into writing. So we went on from the football, soccer, and now you're into writing, and you wrote your first book. Tell us about your first book.
Well, my very first book was about soccer. It was called The Player Diaries. That was about that was my experience in Italy. So, and then the second one was Scene and Style, celebrating Boston Fashion Week during COVID.
Yes.
Because I just really didn't know what to do during Fashion Week during COVID. I mean, with being such a busy, outgoing person, I was just very distraught, as everyone was. I didn't know how to contribute, and I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe I'll just put all my columns into a book and release it during Boston Fashion Week, so it's still something to be interactive.
Which was a great idea.
Yeah, because Jay Cauldron, he still had some sort of online stuff going on.
A lot of people did like do the online.
Yeah,
which was
we did some online stuff. I don't even remember what it was because I can't remember how much could have actually went on. But I remember we had something.
Right.
Fashion Week existed that year.
And I had met you many years ago.
Yes.
Yes, and that was like the
many.
first time I think you covered an event, right? Was that at the Miss America? I can't remember.
Miss Massachusetts.
Miss Massachusetts.
Yeah, yes.
And you came in, you were all dressed, and you've worked hard. You worked very hard. Yes.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the new book. Okay. So I like this, Scene and Style. Tell me first about the cover.
The cover photo. One of the best compliments I've ever gotten. I was at just like some shopping event covering it for the Post-Gazette.
Yes.
And this girl looked at me and just was asking me questions. She's like, oh my God, you're like the modern day Carrie Bradshaw. And that just really hit home with me because I love Sex and the City. I was like, this is amazing. Thank you so much. That's a great compliment. So that actual book cover is Carrie Bradshaw's book cover in the show.
Right.
Like when she publishes her book of columns.
Yes. Yeah.
Same type of situation.
Yeah, I like that with the pearls.
It's very much the same, like the black the jacket with holding the laptop. I threw my phone in there, and Robert did a couple of different, like Robert Paris took the photo in his studio.
Great photo.
Yeah. So we just kind of went along with it because, you know, in this, I'm always there in the shows
you got your hair
with
cut?
my phone. Yeah, I did. I cut my hair just like she did because she had just chopped her hair in the series after a big breakup with Big. Oh no, Aiden.
Aiden.
Big breakup with Aiden.
Who didn't she have a breakup with, right? But that was always a great series.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the book. I finally got to read some about the book. So tell me a little bit about it. Tell the viewers.
Okay, so the book is...
It's well written.
Thank you. The book is a collection of all of my columns from 2011, which starts with my first show that Pam had sent me to was the Denise Hajar Fashion Show at the Copley Plaza for Boston Fashion Week, where Jane Conway was modeling, Linda Cole Petrosian modeled, and that whole scene just caught me. I was hooked right then and there.
So that was the first time.
Yeah,
that started.
That was my first ever show I had been to. I remember crying in the corner because it was just so intense. I was like, this is amazing.
And then you covered another show. Is that how you first met Denise? Is this the first time that you met Denise?
That was the first time I ever met Denise, yeah.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about the story when she told you.
So it was that very first show, and because she is good friends with Yolanda, understood what the Boston Post-Gazette was, she knew I was coming. But when I got there, she's still, to this day, running everything from A to Z herself. She was literally at the check-in table when I showed up to the show. And she was just busy. And I told her who it was. She's like, okay, I can't give you any space, but you can stand in the corner. You can stand in the corner. Yep. And I was just like, okay, thank you. I'll stand in the corner.
But you're good friends with her now.
I am. I love Denise and Mario.
Yeah. Do you just do like the fashion shows? I know that you do more like cooking. You used to cook a lot. So mostly the fashion shows do you cover still in Boston?
Yeah. So I do a lot of fashion, sure. Like I just did Swim Boston 2 weeks ago.
I saw that.
Yeah. That
And you
was
covered Denise.
Yes, Denise had her show just before that. Then there was Mass Fashion Week. So that's, it's July. So there's a little bit of a lull. Everything will pick back up, come the fall. But yeah, speaking of food, like I just covered the Boston Pizza Festival as well.
I saw that.
So
How
and
was
I
that?
It was awesome. I have that content coming out in about a week or so.
Good.
So it was really great. The place was just jam packed. It was awesome to see.
Did you have to try all the pizza?
I did,
Yeah.
and it was a little intense because I had just finished coaching soccer down in the North End, and I was like, really just right after I play, I can't eat too much, but the pizza was so good. It was all so good. I mean, there were people there from Italy who had like flown in just for it with Di Pasquale Ventures, like Frank and his restaurants. Quattro won.
Oh.
So, and I actually had worked at that restaurant.
Yeah, you do. I know. Tell me a little bit. I think you've worked at Brica too, right?
I worked at Brico, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to, with the new espresso martini mix, I made plenty of those espresso martinis with Glenn, who is
So you're
the
a bartender
creator.
too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that for a
You
long
do a
time.
lot.
Yeah.
Writing, bartending.
Well,
You're a coach, soccer.
yeah, and I choose the fun stuff in life, Dacey.
Yes.
But what pays the bills is working in a restaurant.
Yeah, that's great though, Angela, and you're doing a good job, and you do work
you.
hard because I have seen you work a crowd, and it's not easy, is it?
No,
It's very
not.
nerve-wracking because people
Yeah.
try to, when I did my full page, which I loved going out like you, and it's very social, but it's a lot because you want to stop to talk to people, but you can't because you have to work the room quickly before like they get in and they start like eating, or don't you feel
what?
like you're on a schedule before like the speakers come and
Dacey, I absolutely love you just said that. So I do website
Stressful.
building as well, and to make some money, which is something I did learn in college. But
what was it? Outside building?
Website building.
Website building. That's right.
So
Tell me about that.
I'm working. I just had a meeting with Patty Silver yesterday. She has a great collection. She was in Swim Boston. She worked for Chanel for like decades. I didn't know this. So this is where her like impeccable
Really?
taste is coming from. Yeah, I'm catching on to her. She's new in the scene, but she's amazing.
What did she do at Chanel? Was she
She merchandised.
really?
Yeah.
Out of where? Boston or?
No,
over?
from like New York, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, she has a nice little spot in Wellesley.
That's
But
great.
with that being said, with your point, she was talking to me yesterday about how she feels bad she never sees me at shows. Because she is a designer. Like, you're back there. And what you said, she's like, no, but we should have to be able to make time. I'm like,
I know.
please don't feel that way. Like, there is no time. Trust
no
me.
time.
There's no time, Patty. Like, don't think about it in that aspect. So I love that you get it from where I'm coming from because you've done it for so long yourself that, like, no, like, I may look like I'm just kind of being social, but really I'm gathering all my information. Like, I'm getting everything I need. Like, I have to make sure I say hello to this person. I might even need to get a quote from someone. Like,
Right.
And so yeah, there's no time to really just like hang out.
Right, and then if you didn't take the picture right, you got to take the
Yeah,
picture
you gotta take
again,
it
and then they
again,
want to
yeah.
look at the picture and they don't know. It's crazy.
It's ongoing, yes.
So okay, so we do a mixture of everything. Do you have? How do you find a balance?
How do I have schedules. Like, I schedule myself. Like, I have my yoga time scheduled every day. Like, I literally have in my notes, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, I have everything scheduled out.
Right.
Like, I do it every Sunday night. Like, I have to have my week scheduled because things happen and you got to pivot at some point. So if at least I don't have like a blocking of a schedule somewhere, then that's where it gets messy. I just have to really stay scheduled. Like, I schedule out my posts. I schedule out when I'm going to write this article. Like, yeah, I have to have everything scheduled out. Otherwise, it gets just over. That's when it would be like, well, how can you manage this? Is if I didn't have a schedule.
What, like tonight, you have a game
Yes, I do.
at 8:30.
Yes,
That's
I
late.
do.
That's a long day.
The games usually are at 6:30, but every once in a while, because of the fields and like the team, like because we travel around, their field time is at 8:30 tonight. So yeah, it'll be a good time.
Let's take some. Pete has some pictures. Pete, can we show the pictures of your party? This was your big stepping out party.
There's Hill. Oh, Yolanda hanging out. Look at Yolanda in the
I
background.
know, she looks amazing. 90 years old, she just turned.
Oh, look at that. So that's Hill. He's holding the very first book with Linda Cole on the cover, Yolanda's daughter. And then I have the other one. I'm wearing a Denise Sajar outfit, actually, and we are up in Umbria in the North End at the new roof deck. So it was a very, and then there's good old Denise there. She made sure that I signed, the first book was signed, was hers.
That's nice. I like that picture.
And then that's Pam. She's the editor of the Post-Gazette where it all kind of began for me. So that's actually a really amazing picture because it's me, Yolanda, and Pam.
She always wears a beautiful white.
Oh, always.
I just saw her at an event last week. She looked amazing. She had this beautiful long dress, big fur around her. And she's always so personable.
The Boston magazine, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, because I was going to say, I thought I saw pictures of both of you guys there. So, okay, that's great.
Yeah, she was great. So, okay. So we bartend. We wrote a book.
Yes.
What else are we doing? What else is what else is going to come up? Anything
What else
exciting?
is going to come up? I am in the midst of wrapping up a Parsons certification, actually, from the Parsons School of Fashion Design in New York.
Really?
Yeah, it's more of a agency type course for me to be able to be like a fashion agent.
Really? And what does that entail?
Pretty much stuff I do already, like between the website building and, a lot of creatives I've noticed are creatives. So they don't have the basics of, do you have a website? Are you making sure your stuff's getting out to buyers? Like, it's still a business at the end of the day, and a lot of designers don't look at it as a business. They just look at it as creating fun stuff, and here it is.
I like that.
So
that's hard to website, like to set up a website.
It is, and I will admit it's very tedious, and sometimes I just want to toss my laptop, but it's something I have been doing for a long time. Like, I've done a few photographers recently, BowBrown.com, Denise Sajar's website. I am doing Patty's, so I did Vava Zotti's recently. All those things are just kind of like building pieces. So it's something that comes a little bit more naturally to me at this point.
Right.
But still, it's so difficult because it's tedious. Like, if you move a photo this way, it might take 2 hours to figure out how to get it back to go that way.
Wow.
Like, it's just very tedious within like the actual graphic design of it all.
Wow. That is tedious.
Yeah, it can be a little fraught. That's why nobody builds their own website.
I know.
I mean, the options are out there for people, and people are like, oh, I could just do it myself, but people end up not doing it because of those reasons.
Tell me a little bit about your other business. You have the
Belgioco.
pocketbook.
Oh.
Yes. Tell us the name of it.
This is the Keo collection. So it's
Love it.
Wear your words. Words carry weight, wear your words.
Okay.
So I just, with all the hustles out there today, like, I just figured I needed a product, a physical product of some sort to really kind of try to be putting out there. So it's a t-shirt and tote bag collection. Okay. There's hoodies, it all comes in that. So every third Friday of each month, I'm gonna release a new design.
That's nice, I like that.
Yes, so I have one already waiting nicely for the third Friday in August.
Can we hear about that or no? Yeah,
it's very cute, it's very chic. It's like a, it's the New York skyline type situation, shopping, fashion week. So it'll be cute, it'll be fun. It'll come out in a tote bag and a t-shirt. That's just, it's something fun. I do have an end game with where I kind of want to head to that with dresses of sorts, maxi dresses.
Yeah, I love that.
So, and there's a very specific situation that I want to pull into that with it, where it comes, like, my columns will incorporate into it. So each different dress would be like in each different show.
The maxi dress is so popular now.
It's also, you know what, for someone...
It's easy.
It's easy, and you know what, Dacey? I'm Italian, and I'm also an athlete, and sometimes my body just likes to put on a couple of pounds real quick and come off real quick.
Yep.
So a maxi dress is just an amazing piece.
It is. I'm
Greek,
I know. Believe
me.
Yes.
Exactly. It's just an amazing piece in life to be like, all right, well, today this isn't fitting, but the maxi dress will.
But it's also, when you go traveling, it's easy to throw on versus trying to find a two-piece, trying to find shorts. Yeah. It's classy. And you can just run around with a maxi dress. It's very classy. Are you going to Fashion Week in New York?
I have submitted a couple of to a couple of shows, and I should be hearing back within the next 2 weeks.
Good for you.
Yeah, so they said.
Have you ever gone?
I haven't, and that's because I coach soccer. And I actually, at the end of the spring season, I decided, and I spoke to the club about it. I was like, this just, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit. Yeah. So
I don't blame you. You don't want to get burnt out.
It's not that even that. As much as I love coaching, it can get too much, and I'm still playing.
Right.
So I had stepped away from coaching once before, about 4 or 5 years ago, because I was still playing. And I will admit, like, I get a little bit upset because come fall fashion season, like, I miss a lot because of soccer, and also I'm missing out on playing opportunities. So I think maybe until I am officially done playing, I'm gonna have to, like, I do one-on-ones and everything. So like I have one after this, actually. I'm coaching one of my team,
which is
one of my kids from a team. But I really wanna go for the fashion thing right now. I do, like, that's something that's important to me. Like, I love coaching club soccer. I love being there for the kids. I have huge camp coming up. I'm still gonna coach camps and clinics, but I gotta also think about where am I headed?
Right.
You know, as much as I love giving back to kids, I don't think I can continue to miss fashion season in the fall anymore.
No, you're great at that. You
Spring
love doing
is
that.
one thing, because the spring is different in the fashion world, but I don't want to miss the fall fashion week. Like, you better believe I will be all over the place for Boston Fashion Week for sure.
Good, and I can't wait to watch you.
Thank you. But I am definitely on gear to, and I already have a photographer set up for New York, so yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good for you, Angela.
Thanks.
Busy girl. If you had a magic wand, what would you wish for the young women in
If I
this
had
environment?
a magic wand, what would I wish for? I would wish for all women to see what they are capable of. No, like, have this little confidence wand that they can, like, wave when they've just taken a beating for whatever reason, and be like, know what? I can. I can. This is what I want. This is what I can do. Just a confidence level for women to always have.
I agree.
I would love to just have that little confidence wand, because so much of the outside world can beat down on you, and women are very open and caring, so it's easy to be torn down a lot quicker.
That's true. Very good. Who is a role model for a woman in your life?
Who is a role model? You know, Denise has been a role model. Yolanda has absolutely been a role model. Pam has been. But if I had to, like, go really high up, I would probably say Anna Wintour. I really would. I would say Anna Wintour.
And why?
She is just unapologetically herself, and that's something I've always admired, because I do my best to always stay positive, but sometimes you have to be honest.
And people might not know who she is. She's the editor of Vogue. She's retiring now.
She is, well, she's
But she's still gonna stay in.
Yeah, she's retiring.
She can't let it go.
She's retired from being the editor of American Vogue, and apparently has taken some large worldly position with Condé Nast.
Right.
So
Did you ever watch The Devil Wears Prada?
I watched that obsessively.
I know.
I love that movie for more reasons than one, because at the end of the day,
It was a good
she's a
movie.
writer.
Yes.
She comes in and she wants to just be a writer, and she's like, what is this place?
Right.
So I love that movie. I can't wait if there's another one coming out.
I know. That will be great to
And they're
watch.
all in it.
I know. That's going to be crazy.
Right?
I cannot wait to watch that.
Meryl Streep is just the
She's a
perfect-
great actress. Great actress.
Maybe she's my icon, to be honest, because just who she portrays in that movie is what I think of as, like,
Just her personality. I mean, she was very good in that.
very good.
Can you believe we're wrapping up?
Oh, already?
So, where can we get this book? Pete's going to flash throughout the whole show, you know, all your information, but where can people buy this book?
They can buy it on Amazon, and stay tuned to Scene and Style social media, because I will be having a book party in the fall.
Okay. Do you have a date yet?
I do not have a date. I'm trying to figure out a location and a date to see which works best. I want to figure out which shows I might be going to first.
Okay. And where can people get you? What's your website?
www.belgioco.media.
And you're on Facebook?
Yep. Angela Cornacchio. But there's Belgioco.media, there's Scene and Style. That's the one thing I'm good at. Like, there's a reason I'm in media. I have all of the outlets.
Which is great. You're
Yes.
phenomenal.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like to say while we wrap up?
Thank you so much, Dacey, for having me.
Aw,
I appreciate.
Angela, thank you.
I appreciate you having me. It's great to have a platform like this for women. You are an icon yourself within media. Like, you have done so much.
Thank
you were there
you.
in the beginning when I saw you, and you're still here.
Yes. Can you believe next year you'll have to come? 20 years we're
Yes,
celebrating.
that's right.
Write it down, June 4th. You're not going to cover, you're just going to come and have fun.
Done.
All right, 20 years and 200 episodes.
Oh, that's amazing.
I want to thank you, so I had to give you my traditional Godiva chocolate for the diva and you. Thank you for coming
very
out.
much, darling.
Always smiling. If anybody knows a diva like Angela, please, you can reach out. take a look at her book. It was great reading, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching Dacey's Divas.